Hey guys, it's Decorating here and welcome back to another video. Today we got a customer who needs something done for their PC. So they actually contacted me a while back on Facebook about cable extensions and trying to figure out extension cable. And it looks like they're building a new PC and they were just wondering a few questions. But they just followed up with me here today asking if they could get some help with their PC build. So the plan for today will be to help them get their build all situated and stuff. Not too sure how it's going to go. I have my dog with me right now, so it's kind of funny. I was supposed to get him a pup cup, but now he's just kind of awkwardly like, so where are we going now? So what's the situation with the computer right now?
Yeah, so everything was kind of completed yesterday.
So you got the post, you had texture, but you just couldn't get the RGB the right color?
No, the post wasn't the
post wasn't showing up?
No, not at all.
Okay. Let's see, what did you try so far? That's my next few questions.
When I disconnected the GPU, I took off the CMOS battery, I unplugged and replugged everything. I think it's just my mistake and my errors when it comes to, like, especially the connections to the ARGB headers and just all the connections and wiring.
You didn't try like unplugging any RAM or do anything?
No, I did.
Then?
Yeah, even when
because you right now have it in the wrong slot. So you're supposed to have it in the 2 and 4 slot. You have in the 1 and 3 slot right now currently.
Okay.
So you can see how that's an issue for
that's probably okay.
That could literally be the reason on why it's not booting.
Okay.
So that's one thing.
Okay, I thought it was okay. Sorry. Then that was a beginner's mistake.
Yeah, beginner's mistake. It's completely understandable, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take this for the time and get started. My biggest concern right now is this thing weighs so much that I'm kind of concerned it might snap my table in two. I don't think it will. It almost covers my whole body, which is insane. I gotta open these screws on the back side here. Not gonna be really possible to show on screen right now just because there's such a bad spot. Moving this case is very, very hefty. So I'm not gonna try to attempt that. For our actual cooler, we got the Arctic 360, which is very good for cooling the CPU because you got the 98X3D, which is just an insane gaming CPU. Honestly, the best gaming CPU on the market right now. But the first thing I noticed right off the rip, which I think you guys can see it too, is that his RAM's slots are installed into the 1 and 3 slots, not the 2 and 4. He did say he had an ECC problem, so I assume that he just had his RAM in the wrong spot, so that's why I didn't boot properly. So we're gonna move these around for the time being. He got himself Trident 5Z Neon RGB DDR5 6000 megahertz CL30. Okay, that's pretty good. So let me pull these on out. Let me open up 2 and 4 slot for the time being. Okay, there's that. The only one thing I need to do still is I'll probably have to replug in the power supply unless it's still plugged in. I'm not too sure. I see there's a box he gave me that has a ton of stuff, and I assume the power cables are still connected, but not the actual to the power supply. Look at this, boys. 5070, bro got juiced up. Insane. Cool to see one. This is my first time seeing one in person. All the other ones I've seen in YouTube videos. Okay, let me plug in this. Plug in an ARC GPU. Not popping into place, which is the thing that makes me concerned. I'm gonna put it on the bottom slot for the time being. Let me get the power supply for this one. If everything goes swimmingly, I should be able to just push a button, and then we should get power. All right, that's a good sign. So oh, there we go. Hey, look, she's picture. Oh my God, we got picture, guys. Look at that, it took a second. I was concerned for a minute there. You know what, that was really fast. I thought it was gonna take way longer, but so it definitely was the RAM. We are still on VGA. You know what could be the case, and I don't think this is it, but this could be something. The top 16 slot might be bad, but it's very, very unlikely. Power connection's plugged all the way in. She's in the 16 by slot, so maybe we'll move her the second bottom slot down. Let me see if she posts. Good sign, good sign. Now it should go from VGA. Yeah, it's a slot. It's 100% slot. Yo, what is up, my brother from another mother? So I really did jinx myself by saying this was gonna go quick, because after that we just had a problem with the top slot not actually working. So there was something actually wrong with the motherboard in itself. So first of all, the first mistake he made on his part was actually the RAM being installed in the 1 and 3 slots when it should have been installed in the 2 and 4 slots. As soon as we did that, it worked perfectly good. Then the other thing it was, we had a problem with the top slot where I don't think the top slot was right. It was something was faulty about it because I installed 2 different GPUs in the top slot and it didn't work. Then as soon as I installed it into the second slot on the motherboard, it worked perfectly fine. So I definitely think there was something wrong with the actual top slot, which can actually sometimes happen. It's very uncommon when it does actually occur. Not entirely sure what happened in between him building it and me testing it. Maybe something happened on my end, maybe something happened on his end, or maybe it was something from the manufacturer. We'll never know. Long story short is that he got his motherboard replaced from Micro Center since he had a warranty on it. So he asked me to actually uninstall the motherboard from the actual case. And so I just decided to do this job for free because honestly, I wasn't really happy with the results. Even though we got the PC to boot, it worked perfectly fine. I was upset that we weren't able to fully complete this build with getting the whole PC set on up. Luckily, he was able to get the motherboard returned and in exchange with the warranty, and on top of that too, he got his PC finally built with his actual setup, and it looks very good. I will say, I love how this PC turned out. One thing I will say that's kind of impressive about his first ever build is that he decided to do a build in such a massive case with so much RGB, because RGB is not one of those things you can just like plug into one thing. You have to usually have a fan hub, you have to have an RGB like connection hub, and there's a lot of actual stuff to it to make it look really good, and also costs a lot too. But at the end of the day, if it's first build and he's happy with it, that's all that particularly matters. I just find it very impressive that he decided to go with that much RGB in the first place. So yeah, luckily we were able to get the PC all figured out and solved. Unfortunately, we weren't able to fix it and complete the whole thing ourselves, but if the customer got it working and is working now for himself, that's all that particularly matters at the end of the day. If you guys enjoyed this video here in this PC fixing, let me know by smashing that like button and get subscribed to us on future tech content, because later here we got a nice $800 pure performance gaming PC we're gonna be building soon. So if you don't want to miss on that, definitely get subscribed. I'll see you on Tech Rant out.